Today is new Crankset day, but before I get started, please make sure you watch my short on how to install a crown race on a mountain bike fork if you haven't already. Now let's get on to the video. I got a crankset from 5DAV as well as a 32 tooth chain ring. I got my spindle. As well as the crank arms. Pretty solid. I like them. I think it'll look pretty sick. First things first, let's get these put together and then we'll install them on the Druid. Right. I like their simple packaging. Alright. So it's almost impossible to screw this up. They can only go on one way. As you can see, you got two holes right here and one right here. So you just match the chain ring with align the chain ring with the holes and you're good to go. There's no torque specs on these, so I'm just gonna hand tighten them. And I do have some grease, but I can see that there's already some pre-applied grease in here. But I probably will have to add some on the spindle. Okay, we are going to torque these down to 40 Newton meters for both sides. I'm going to try to do this crank arm with the spindle off the bike. And then once I get this on the bike, I will do the other side on the bike, obviously. Alright, so my 1/4" drive torque wrench doesn't go up to 40 Newton meters, but I do have a 3/8 drive one. So I'm going to do with that. And I have it preset to 40 Newton meters. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. Alright, there it is. 40. And now I'm ready to install this on the bike. But before I do that, I want to install my chainring bash guard. On there. I'm going to install this and then we'll be ready to install our crank arms. Alright, so I got this bash guard from 6-pack from my old bike. Like that. Alright, I'm going to leave that a little loose because I still want to be able to move it around after I got my cranks on there. I did go back and redo this step. I took these bolts off and put some grease in there and install them back in. I didn't do that earlier, but I did it now. Now to grease our spindle. And it's just regular assembly grease. Okay. We're gonna put our spacer. I'm pretty sure we need the 4.5 millimeter spacer for the 55 millimeter chain line. Goes in like that. And make sure our cranks are opposite of each other. And you have to hold the crank and push it that way and hold it in the direction you want it pointing. Because if you let go, it will fall on you until you screw this on. Alright, and now I'm gonna get my torque wrench. 40 newton meters. Alright, and that is torqued down. Give that a spin, make sure we got clearance. It seems to be lined up with the idler pulley. Obviously I won't know if I got the chain line spot on until I actually put the chain. I want to come to the back side of the bike, or the left side rather, and show you guys this. It's like a compression ring or a spacer adjuster, because what happens is there's some play in the crankset, so you want to eliminate that. And what you want to do is you loosen up this little guy right here. It's a 2mm bolt, and you turn this until you get rid of that play in the crankset, like that. Now you don't want to drive it all the way that way, because you also don't want to have any resistance. So every now and then test your crankset, make sure you don't feel any resistance. Spin it, make sure it moves freely. Then we can back it a little bit more. Let's try a little bit more. See, now that was a little, that doesn't feel smooth anymore. I can feel some resistance, so I'm gonna back it out a bit, like that. And that's good. And we'll come over here and tighten this down. And you don't need much. It doesn't take much to tighten it down. And there it is. Now before we wrap things up, we want to test it again for any play. So I'm going to pull this way and then push that way. And it looked like I got rid of that play. So installation is finally complete. Let me know in the description what you guys think. Give the video a like, and if you feel like this is a build you want to see the progression of or follow, please subscribe to the channel. It would really mean a lot. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one.